Hello. I need to start this video off by showing you guys my cats. I didn't mean to scare you. Oh, what are we doing? My little lesbians. You guys are so cute right now. Are you besties? You besties? Oh, bestie vibes only. Are you tired? Oh, babies. So this video might touch a bit of a sore spot for some people. I don't know. It is a little bit of a tough topic for me to talk about because it's not something I feel like we even know how to handle because it's so new. So online, we all know someone who likely overshares a little too much, and everyone is always posting updates of their life, what exactly they're doing at any given moment. Everyone is just chronically online in that way, and everyone just knows what everyone else is doing all the time. And I feel like this has created a gateway for people who want to profit off of sharing their life online. And I take issue with this. So there are a lot of family influencers online. And typically, the main characters of these family influencers are the children. And people typically watch this content because of the children. There's a lot of people online that like to keep up with these family influencers, see what they're doing, see the newest things they've bought, and just keeping up with them. And I get it. It's interesting seeing what other people are up to. Like, I'm not saying I don't like to see what everyone's up to all the time. It's just so readily available. But I take major issue with people posting their children online in general. You could argue and say, well, these aren't your kids, so this is none of your business. And yeah, this is true. But we also have to think about the fact that these children do not know or can't even comprehend the amount of people that are seeing them. Some of these influencers have millions of followers, and you've got to wonder who these millions of followers really are. And I'm here to tell you, it's not just good people. These children really have no idea what they're getting into, and it's really sad to see. A lot of them just aren't old enough to realize that this many eyes on them is probably not a good thing. And you can tell a lot of these parents just don't care. They are probably making astronomical amounts of money to even give one crap about the fact that they're exposing their entire life on the internet and potentially putting their lives in danger. Everyone's lives are in danger every day, all the time, no matter where you are. I mean, a meteor could come down on Earth right now and kill us all, and we're in danger all the time. There could be a person that could just break into my apartment right now and come on in and steal all my stuff and steal me, okay? We're always in danger. There's ways to lessen it. And I feel like posting our lives online for random people that we don't know to see is just probably not the best way to go, especially when it's your entire immediate family. So, because a lot of other people have taken issue with this and have realized that a lot of these parents likely aren't setting aside money that they're making from their children, I found out that there are laws that have been placed for child influencers. And here are a few of them. So, this is according to Google. California's new child influencer laws expand protections for children who perform in online content. Effective January 1st, 2025, content creators who feature minors in at least 30% of their content must deposit 65% of the minor's gross earnings into a trust account for when they reach adulthood. Child influencers are now included within the definition of child performers who receive earnings protections under California's Coogan law. Marketers and those hiring children influencers directly will need to implement policies to verify the existence of Coogan trust accounts and prepare to pay 15% of earnings directly into those accounts. So thankfully, we have a little bit of something to protect these kids in the future, because
they really have nothing protecting them. Not even their parents care that they're putting their face all over the web for everyone to see. It just makes me sick, honestly. It just makes me really sad because these children, they can't say no. They don't know. They don't realize what's going on. I've personally always been the type of person who only follows people that they know, and I only let people I know follow me back. So if I post, family pictures and stuff on my personal account, I know it's only people that I know who will see it. It's not like a bunch of random people that I don't know are seeing my family. And that's how I'm likely going to keep it for the rest of my life. I just don't like the fact that anyone, anywhere could see my family and possibly even use it against me. There's a lot of really creepy, nasty, disgusting people online. And it's really easy to just thumb through everyone who follows these child influencers. I'll pop up a child influencer right now and show you just what types of people are following these child influencers. It's not just people who you think would be following them, and it's really scary. What's even scarier is how rampant AI is and how much it can do. There have been many people online coming out and saying that their pictures have been used against them in terrible ways. People are taking their pictures, just selfies of them, just sitting in their car, whatever, and taking off all of their clothes using AI. And I think it's just disgusting. So I don't even want to think about how people are using these AI tools against child influencers. It's not something I feel happy talking about, but it's likely something that is happening and something that probably needs to be talked about and brought to light. So, for the sake of these children that I have shown in some video examples next to me, I have blurred out their faces out of respect for them because their faces don't need to be shown over the internet any more than they already have been. And I'm not going to go over a bunch of different child influencer examples or family influencers because there's just so many. And like I said, would rather not expose them any more than they already are. There is one, I would consider her a child influencer that I would like to talk about because a lot of people have found her content, which is all run by her mother, to be very strange. So I am going to introduce this account, which is called Arid Life. And I will put this account up because I feel like it's important to talk about this one. I said the account name wrong. It's Arid Life. ARFID is the condition that this little girl has. ARFID is avoidant restrictive food intake disorder. So this little girl basically just doesn't eat a lot of food because she might be sensitive to consistency of the food and possibly even have the fear of throwing up or choking. Like throwing up and choking freak her out, and if she's eating the food, she's worried that the food is going to make her throw up, and it just makes her freak out, so she doesn't eat the food. It's really sad, and I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. So basically the whole account is her trying new foods pretty much every day. She's trying something else. She's talking about her illness, and it seems like a pretty well-rounded account. I didn't know what this condition was until I came upon this account. Since the starting of this account, she has grown. I'm not sure exactly how old she is. I would guess she's maybe 6 or 7. I'd say in a range of like 5 to 7. But at the start of this account, she was pretty young. And a lot of these videos are a little bit difficult to watch because you can pretty much feel what she's going through when she's eating whatever type of food that she's eating. You can see it in her face. You can feel her emotion. I feel like this just isn't the best way to spread awareness about a condition such as this, especially when it's a little girl. And since this account was started when she was so young, she didn't realize that millions of people were seeing her content. Her most watched video has 56 million views and 1.5 million likes, which is just astronomical. And in her most popular video, which I will show, and this is the only, like I said, this is the only child influencer that I'm not going to blur, just so you can see the emotions on her face when she's eating this food.
Let's show them how you do this. Excellent, girl.
Whoa, Hannah! I can't believe you've done it.
Wow, look at that.
And when you're older, you're going to eat a lot more.
And I will even show a couple more examples as well.
I'm going to be trying a honeydew melon. I'm really scared because I don't like the color. I don't like how it smells. It looks like a kiwi with the fork in it. I don't want to try it, but I'm going to because I told myself I will. I really don't like this. It reminds me of a cucumber. But I even did 4 bites just to make sure, and I'm proud of myself. Trying food is really hard for me, but I'm working hard every day. Like and follow my orphan journey to see me try new food. I'm going to be trying couscous. I don't know what it is, but I know that you guys recommended it. This is the Parmesan flavored one since I like Parmesan. That smells like the mac and cheese. Here I go. That was horrible. The taste won't get out my mouth. I don't like the texture. It's too grainy and it got stuck all over my mouth and lips. I rate this a 3 out of 10. I barely got through it and I didn't think I could do it. Today's pie day. I decided to be brave and try pie. I definitely didn't want to do the cherry pie, so I chose the peach pie. This is a freshly baked pie from a bakery near my house. It smells bad. I'm really nervous because there's fruit in here and I don't know how it will taste. Here I go. That last bite really made me feel sick.
She also talks a lot about her cyclic vomiting that occurs. So if something that she eats bothers her enough and she throws up, she will continuously throw up for hours, for like the rest of the day. And I can't imagine what that's like to go through as a little girl. I cannot imagine how scary that would be. I feel like a lot of this just shouldn't be public. We can maybe spread awareness through other means. I really don't know how we would, but a lot of these videos are just very sensitive moments that I feel like shouldn't be posted online. And if I was her, and I'm not her, and I don't know how she is going to react to these videos posted online of her in the future when she's an adult, but if that was me and I were to look back and see what my mother has posted of me when I was so little, I would be disgusted. I would be absolutely disgusted. But this is all under the guise of spreading awareness. And it's why her account won't stop growing. I'm not saying I'm against spreading awareness for conditions or diseases or what have you. I'm just saying there's probably better ways to do it than putting extremely sensitive moments of your child on the internet for everyone to see. And you can see, reading a lot of the comments, that there are a lot of people saying, oh, this is great, this is amazing, you're doing so good, thank you for trying a new food, like you're doing so great, just keep going, thank you for spreading awareness, blah, 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 blah. But there's also a lot of people that are saying, your mom's using you for money, and For some reason, a lot of people are really pissed off by her videos, and I don't know why. They don't piss me off. But a lot of people take offense, maybe the wrong word, but maybe offense to her videos for some reason. But she is being used. Her mom is definitely profiting off of all of the content that is posted of her daughter, for sure. I don't know how much money they're actually making off of this content. I have no idea, but I'm sure there's likely some money being put into someone's account because of this little girl. I don't know if you guys can hear the fire truck, but we live right next to a fire station, so it's constant all day. Anyways, that is that account. I'd like to know what all of your guys' thoughts are on her content, or I should say her mother's content, because she is not running that account. And I'd like to know your guys' thoughts just in general. At least there is a start to helping protect child influencers financial wise, because I do feel like a lot of mommy run accounts are using their children for profit. I hate to say it, but it's probably true. And if you're someone who is doing that, I think it's a bad thing, and that you should probably stop immediately, straight to jail. And this is all such a new thing. We just don't know how it's going to impact these child influencers in the future. We don't know how they're going to react to content of them as children on the internet when they're a bit older. Some might be happy that, they found success as a young little girl or little boy, and it made them a lot of money and fame, and now they can go and do things that they want as an adult. Some might like it, and some might just think that they were being exploited the whole time. Thankfully, they're in certain states. I think it was just a few states, California, Utah, and I think there was one more. Children are protected in those states. They're not protected anywhere else, though. But I feel like a majority of like influencers and child influencers in general live in California. A lot of them are from Utah. So thankfully, those big spots are covered. And at least some money is being set aside for those children in the future. I think it's a good thing, because it needs to be done. Parents should not be solely profiting off of their children. Anyways, I feel like this was something I really wanted to talk about. I didn't really know how I wanted to approach it, and I don't really know how it's going to be taken by all of you. So if you could just leave your thoughts down below, I would really appreciate it. I'd like to know what you guys have to say and what you think. Thank you so much for watching my video if you did. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your weekend and a great week, and I will see you next week. Thank you. Bye-bye.
You always hear these TikTok creators and influencers talking about how if you're going to show your life online like they do, you need to have very, very thick skin. You need to be able to handle the bullying and the hate and the criticism, which is true, definitely true. However, you know who doesn't have to have thick skin? You know who shouldn't have to be able to handle bullying and hate? The children that these people are posting about. There are so many parent influencers who still, even in the year almost 2025, are still posting their children, are still making money off of showing their children like in vulnerable situations, getting in trouble, or like going to the doctor and discussing their health issues, doing their dance performances, just like so many things like that you can't really pretend to be dumb about anymore. Like, we know creepy people are out there, obviously. I think we've known that for a long time. But also just the sheer idea of consent and the fact that sharing your life online comes with a lot of different consequences. And children cannot possibly consent to that. They cannot possibly understand the ramifications of these strangers across the world having these parasocial relationships with them. So none of these parent influencers can play dumb about it anymore. We all know what's going on. And what's crazy is I think that they all know that this is going on. They all know that this is weird, but the money is too good for them to walk away from. I'm gonna be honest, the most money I've ever been offered from brand deals or sponsorships on social media have been from companies who want me to show my children. They'll be like gummy vitamin companies or pajama companies or things like that, where they specifically say, show your children doing this. And I always have to be like, I don't show my kids' faces on social media. I know for a fact, like, they're so cute. I know that they would get me more views. I know I'd get more money. But like, it's an easy no every single time. No amount of money in the world is worth me putting my kids out there. There's no amount of money that you could pay me that would make it worth it for me to like get my kids their own Instagram and let them have hundreds of thousands or even millions for some of these kids of adult followers. Like no, never, never, never. Not worth it. Not worth it at all. The only reason that these parents keep doing it is because they have so many followers that engage in that content. If you want this to stop, stop interacting, stop supporting, stop engaging with creators who do this. There is no need to do this. A lot of these people already have millions and millions of dollars, and yet they keep putting their kids online. How much money do you people need? How much is it enough before you start to respect your kids' privacy? And I really do think it's something that we'll look back years from now and be like, I cannot believe we let that happen. I can't believe that was normal. I can't believe that was accepted, that people would like use their kids, just like show their whole life on these family vlogs. It's insane. It's insane. And just stop posting your kids online. Stop supporting people who do.